This session begins now. Leadership guru Dr. Denis Waitley shares his pearls of wisdom in this special tribute to a lifetime of mentorship with USANA Chairman and CEO, Kevin Guest.
It's indeed an honor and a special occasion to take pause and reflect on all the great contributions that one man has made as an esteemed mentor to USANA. He's been part of USANA family for nearly 30 years. If making a contribution and impacting the world around us is a mark of living a life with purpose, I don't know of anyone who has done so with such gusto, passion, and a sense of humor than this man. He's influenced the lives of hundreds of thousands of people around the world. I am privileged to call him a dear friend. That's why we'd like to take a moment and celebrate someone who will have a USANA legacy that we'll remember for years and decades to come. I'm talking about no one other than Denis Waitley. Denis, welcome.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, USANA. It's great to be here.
Well, it's great to have you here with us, Denis. I wanted to just ask you a quick question about an incident that happened between the two of us. Several years ago, we were sitting in a restaurant in Australia. My phone rang. It was my wife on the other end. She was crying. She wanted my advice because one of our children had received a very, very bad report from their teacher at school. When I explained to you what was happening back at home on the other side of the world, you made a comment that I believed changed my life and the lives of my children. And that comment was, you said, Kevin, no matter what you do not punish him or take anything away from him that will take away from his self-worth or self-esteem. Speak a little bit about that life-changing moment that happened between the two of us and what you were thinking about as you gave me that advice.
Yeah, I remember that very well, Kevin. And, you know, the punishment needs to always fit the crime, and you never want to take away a privilege that would damage a person's self-esteem. So if somebody stayed out too late, you wouldn't not let them go to the senior prom, or you wouldn't let them take Taekwondo lessons if they did something a little wrong. You want to always reprimand someone in private with a constructive criticism, and then make sure you give them something positive to go forward on, but never do anything that will damage a person, because the greatest fear of all is being embarrassed and punished in a way that makes you feel unworthy. So building your own self-worth is the most important thing. And you know, you always do the right thing with your kids, and you did it in that case. And so I was just a little Jiminy Cricket along with you on that particular day.
Well, thanks for your help on that. Another thing that I witnessed with you, I was privileged to go to Africa with you, and we spent some time on the Serengeti and really had a great time together. But you wrote the book Safari to the Soul. And why is Africa so special to you, and why did Africa touch you so deeply? Just talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, it's the center of human development in many ways. It's the circle of life. Everyone works together in harmony, which you talk about, harmony and synergy, where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. And I felt closer to creation in the middle of Africa, watching the splendor of what God has created more than almost any other place. And it enabled me to really look into my soul and appreciate what God has given us in this beautiful natural world. And we need to stop and appreciate that. So Africa to me is a microcosm of life itself. And it's the most incredible cathedral in the world.
Yeah, what a special place. Denis, you're an amazing friend, mentor, and colleague. There are so many tips and tricks that you've taught me along the way, and there are certainly not enough time for me to share them all. But I did want to give some insights to some of my favorite quotes of yours. So let's start with one. Quote, this is quoting Denis, "Time and health are two precious assets that we don't recognize or appreciate until they've been depleted." What do you think about that as you hear your own quote?
Well, it couldn't be more real than today. At the age of 87, I realized that I'm in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl as far as mortality is concerned. And one thing that's most important is we all have 168 hours a week to spend, but none to keep. Scientists can't invent more minutes. So your health is the most precious gift you have. And you want to make sure that you use your time to be in the moment, but not live for the moment. So make sure that you're in life every minute of your life, because your life and health about the time you're spending. You can't save time for another day.
That's awesome. Thank you. Another quote is, "Learn from the past, set vivid, detailed goals for the future, and live in only the moment of time over which you have control now." What thought comes to mind as you hear that quote?
Well, the past is a canceled check, the future is a promissory note, and today is hard cash. So you can only spend hard cash in the present tense. Every future decision is based on what you do minute to minute. And that's why it's so important that you realize that time is the only equal opportunity employer. You live on your past successes, your faith, your positive memories. They keep you going in challenging times. And your desires, dreams, and plans for the future keep you motivated. But you got to take action in the present and stop stewing and keep doing.
Another quote that I love: "Change the changeable, accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable." Talk about that for a moment.
Well, you can't change someone else. You can only change your responsibility, your ability to respond. So you can only change your next thought and action. You have control of that. What is unchangeable is what has happened, and that's history, and that's the past. You can't change that, but you can change what you're going to do next. And of course, you remove yourself on unacceptable situations, which is taking your A game every day in the most challenging times. When things are going well, you coast. But when things are difficult, that's the time to be at your very best and most clearest. And that's why I say remove myself from things that I may feel would hurt me. So make sure you do some planning as well along the way.
Denis, in Spanish, the word retirement translates to jubilation, which means making joyful noise. For those who don't know Denis very well, he has, shall we say, not a so serious side. He loves a prank, a joke. I know that personally. Simply put, he loves to have fun. Over the years, Denis has brought a whole lot of joyful laughter to USANA. During every convention, there's always another spoof. You'll find Denis at the center of the entertainment. Because he's practically been in just about all of them, there are many zany and hilarious highlights from over the last 25 years. Why don't we take a moment and enjoy some of the moments of joyful noise featuring Denis? Take a look.
Positive self-awareness, lifelong learners, the right knowledge, the best science, the best products, home-based business is the future now. Now that my own children have grown and flown from the nest, I realize that every moment of time together has been quality time.
Spock, what do you make of it? Apparently, we're going to crash and you'll all be killed. Again? But fortunately, I'm a vegetarian Vulcan, and I'll survive. The
greatest gift you can ever give another person is your own time, in person, with them. The intimacy of you and I together.
Your corruption days and pollution days are over, preacher. Over my dead body. Happy birthday, USANA. This concludes the program, and thank you for coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get on your mark, get ready to go. I'll tell you about the business for all generations. Why we're together for all the celebration.
Life is a safari in a savage paradise. Savage to people who are inexperienced and afraid, and a paradise to those who learn. The question is, are you a tourist or a guide?
We've weathered every storm, each bumpy road along the highway, but more, much more than this, we did it Myron's way. You can be a winner even if you're a beginner. If you think you can, you can. Wear the gold medallion, ride your own black stallion. If you think you can, you can.
Time is the ultimate equal opportunity employer. When you get to be mature, if I'll ever be mature, you begin to look at life as a double rainbow, and you sip it, and you can hardly wait to wake up.
Mom, we need some more paraben skin cream. I'm breaking out all over. Come on. What began as a dream and a vision 20 years ago has grown into a global legacy of health and happiness.
We have a problem. Scientific espionage. Someone has hacked our QC system and tampered with our product.
Get the focus. Share it. And you will create a fireball storm that will be heard and seen throughout the world. It is integrity. It is authenticity. It is genuine caregiving.
C'est la vie. Look what you've done for me. 'Cause darling, without you.
You stay focused, you stay involved, you stay persistent, and you never, never, ever give up on your USANA dream, ever. In your heart of hearts, I believe that each of you is dedicated to bring fulfillment, health, and well-being to someone else every day of your life. Thank you. To someone, give up on your
Without you.
You stay focused, you stay.
Look what you've done for me.